Okay, so let's go through these three questions and let's see how it goes. Let's quickly find, and they're all on the quotient rule because as you see, we have a nice division of two functions, one on the top and one on the bottom. So let's go. So it's going to be a, we have y is equal to e to the 2x over x cubed. So here I see, wow, this is quotient. I have a function on the top and a function on the bottom. So I'm going to say let y be equal to u over v. I'm going to use the quotient rule. I need a function on the bottom. Let's say where u is equal to e to the 2x, the top, okay, and v is the bottom, x cubed. So there we go. We can now find first du dx. It'll be equal to derivative of e to the 2x. What is it? You differentiate 2x, you get 2 times, you bring it as it is, e to the 2x, okay? Then, which is just 2e to the 2x. Then derivative of, I can find dv dx. It is here. You bring down the power 3, reduce it by 1, x to the 2. So now I can say by quotient rule, can say now that dy dx will be equal to low, which is v, du dx, minus, don't ever confuse it, it's low di minus high u d low dv dx, okay, minus high d low all over square the bottom. So it'll be v squared, which is going to be equal to, what is my v? X cubed. So it'll be x cubed times, what is my du dx? 2e to the 2x, okay? Yeah, it is. Then minus, what is my u? U is e to the 2x. So e to the 2x times dv dx. What's dv dx? It is 3x squared. All over square the bottom. What is the bottom? It's v. So you square. So it'll be x cubed o squared. This becomes equal to 2 just comes in front. So it'll be 2x cubed e to the 2x minus in here, we say 3x squared e to the 2x all over x cubed o squared. When you have a number with a power raised to another power, the laws of indices say multiply the power. So it'll be 2 by 3, it'll be 6. So you get x to the 6. There we go. So now what are we going to do? We are going to have, we can factor out an x squared and then e to the 2x, okay? Which here will remain with 2x squared into x cubed is just an x. E to the 2x cancels. Minus, here, 3 just comes, there is nothing for him. X squared and x squared cancel. E to the 2x and e to the 2x cancel, they make 1. So it'll be just O over like this. And here we get O over x to the power of 6, which we can have x squared go into x to the power of 6. We remain with x to the power of 4. So it's just going to be e to the 2x multiplying 2x minus 3 all over x to the power of 4. This becomes your final solution and you'll be done, okay? Now let's go ahead to part B. What is part B saying? ln 5x, y is ln 5x over x squared. So let's go to B, says y is equal to ln 5x all over x squared. We can say that let y be equal to u over v, right? Where u, okay, where u is equal to ln 5x and v is equal to x squared, okay? Can now get du dx is equal to derivative of ln 5x. We first differentiate 5x, we get 5 over, as it is, over 5x, which is going to be 5 into 1, 5, they cancel, so it'll be 1 over x. And then dv dx, it'll be equal to power rule. Bring down the power 2, reduce the power by 1x. So now I can say that dy dx, okay, you can say by quotient rule. Remember, we are using the quotient rule, okay? Don't ever make a mistake here. By quotient rule, you can now say that dy dx is equal to low v times di du dx minus high u times the bottom dv dx d low, it's like d low, all over square the bottom v squared, which is going to be, what's v? We just go and pick. V is x squared. So it'll be x squared times, what's my du dx? I wrote it here, 1 over x minus, what is u? U is ln 5x. So ln 5x times dv dx. Where is my dv dx? It is here 2x, so times 2x all over square the bottom. V is x squared, okay, and we are squaring it. So this becomes x squared is a whole number. It multiplies just the top of your fraction. So it'll be x squared times 1. It's x squared over x minus, in here I'll say 2x ln 5. All divided by, okay, ln 5. Did I do it correct? What is my u? It's ln 5x. Sorry. Okay, I was surprised. Okay, ln 5x. O over x squared, o squared. We have a number with a power raised to another power. They multiply. 2 times 2 is 4. So x to the 4, which is going to be x into x1 into x squared x. So I remain with x minus 2x ln 5x. O over x to the 4. And we can try simplify by bringing out x. In here we remain with 1 minus 2 is still there. X is gone. So it will be 2 ln 5x. O over x to the power 4. X into x1, x into x to the power 4, you remain with x cubed. So it's going to be 1 minus 2 ln 5x O over x cubed. Okay, that's going to be a solution for this one. Now we do the last one, part C, which is tan 4x over 5x cubed. Okay, so part C, we have y is equal to tan 4x O over 5x cubed. Okay, we'll say let y be equal to u over v, right? Where u is equal to the top, tan 4x, and v is the bottom, 5x cubed. So you can now get du dx is equal to the derivative of u. We have tan 4x, right? How do we differentiate tan 4x? We differentiate the 4x first. Derivative of 4x is 4 times. Derivative of tan 4x is sec squared 4x. Okay, remember the derivative of tan is sec squared, right? So it'll be sec squared 4x. Then we say we can say which is equal to 4 sec squared 4x. Okay, 4 sec squared 4x. Then we can now go ahead and find dv dx. It is just equal to 3 times 5, 15, x to the 2. We reduce the power by 1. So I can now say by quotient rule, okay? By quotient rule, because my y was u over v. So by quotient rule, you can say now dy dx is equal to low v times di du dx minus high u times d low dv dx all over square the bottom v squared, which is going to be, what is my low, my v? I pick it here, it's 5x cubed. So it'll be 5x cubed times, what's my du dx? Du dx is 4 sec squared 4x minus, what is my u? My u is tan 4x, so tan 4x, okay, if you want to see it, here it is, times dv dx. What is my dv dx here? 15x squared, so times 15x squared, all over, you square the bottom. What is my x? 5x cubed. So all over 5x cubed, all squared. This becomes, in here, 5 by 4 is 20x cubed, then sec squared 4x minus 15 comes, so it's 15x squared tan 4x all over 5 squared is 25, okay, will be 25. Then x cubed all squared, a number with a power raised to another power, you multiply the powers, 3 times 2 is 6, so x to the power of 6. This now becomes here, what do we have? We have 20 and 15 at the top. What number goes into them both is 5. Then we have x squared and x cubed. We bring the highest power, which is there both on both, which is x squared. 5 into 24, x squared into x cubed, we remain with an x, and we have sec squared 4x. Minus 5 into 15, 3. X squared and x squared cancel, we will remain with tan 4x. All over 25x to the 6. 5 into 5, 1 into 25, 5. X squared goes into x to the power of 6. You remain with x to the 3. Okay, x to the 3 in the denominator. So it becomes equal to 4x sec squared 4x minus 3 tan 4x all over 5x cubed. This is going to be your final solution, and you are done.